guys, gonna be bringing the energy today. We're talking week 5 recap, studs and sucks at each position, honoring the sucks at each position. I've got some sucks here, guys. They really crapped the bed for fantasy football week 5. We're gonna rip into them, hold them accountable. Big episode, studs and sucks, NFL week 5. I'm ready to dive in. I'm bringing the energy. In the comments below, I want you guys to bring the energy. If there's a player that crapped the bed for you guys this week, drop his name below. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Also going to answer some of your week 6 starts and sits, but we're doing an NFL week 5 recap here, studs and sucks. Big episode. Let's rip into them and honor the sucks of the week at each position. I don't even want to say honor. I want to say rip into. So big episode here. Now, the show is brought to you by Manscaped.com. If you're new to the channel, guys, you know Manscaped is the sponsor of the show. Showerline 20. Go to the site. Treat yourself right now. Pause the video. You'll love their products. Deodorant, body wash, trimmer, Lawnmower 4.0, skin-safe technology. Trim your chest, trim your leg hair, trim your beard. I don't care. Try it, guys. Manscaped.com, Showerline 20, but you really got to experience the underwear. Amazing product, guys. And, of course, I'm using the shampoo and body wash every single day. And the deodorant, guys. Amazing products. Manscaped.com, Showerline 20. Go do that right now. And, secondly, we got a game tonight. We got Vegas versus the Chiefs. Go enhance that game watching experience right now. Go to mybookie.ag. Use code FFC upon sign up there. They'll double your first deposit, guys. So go enhance that game watching experience right now. Mybookie.ag. The code you want to use, guys, is FFC. That's the site that I use. And when you're watching the game Monday night, it's going to make it a lot more fun. All right, guys? FFC is the code. You can scan the link right here, guys. Mybookie.ag, code FFC. Go create an account right now. All right, let's talk about the sucks at each position and the studs at each position. We're going to go through quarterbacks and move our way over, all right? Starting with the quarterback position, I mean, as solid as they come, Josh Allen continues to prevail, having a 35.16 point game. I mean, amazing. Josh Allen continues to crush it. 31 attempts, 20 completions, 424 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he still threw a pick, but still managed 35.16 points. Amazing. Josh Allen continues to wow us. Still managing to get 42 rushing yards as well to boot, right? Jalen Hurts continues to crush it in their 5th victory. They beat the Cardinals 5-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL. Jalen Hurts continues his dominance in fantasy and reality. 27.66 fantasy points. Amazing. Geno Smith, who's been playing better than Russell Wilson, which we'll talk about in a second, but Geno Smith crushing it as well, 24.02 fantasy points, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Other honorable mentions that had a good week: Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, Jimmy G, Marcus Mariota, believe it or not, at 17.98 points. Now, he got the one touchdown, but he did get 7 attempts, 61 rushing yards. I mean, the guy's just playing it safe. Mariota, nothing amazing, but 17 points, not bad. Joe Burrow and Justin Fields, believe it or not, Justin Fields, 17 points. I don't know how he did it, but he did. He had the one big pass and catch to Darnell Mooney. Mooney's still sucking, but it is what it is. What can we do? All right, guys that crap the bed. Let's talk about this, all right? First guy, I mean, everyone's talking about him, is Russell Wilson, 9.16 points. I don't know what happened to Russell Wilson. He's just not doing well. So Russell Wilson, he is one of the sucks of the week. I hope he improves, man. I don't know what to tell you. Absolutely crap at the bed. A guy that I thought, and a lot of people thought, a majority of people, including the Broncos, who paid him $1 bazillion, where they pay him like $250 million, and just can't get it done. I don't know what's going on, but Russell Wilson crap the bed. Cooper Rush, 3.98 points. Like I said, Russell Wilson, 9.16. Matt Ryan, 6.14, crap in the bed. Davis Mills, 5.8, crap in the bed. And Teddy Bridgewater, 0 points, got hurt on the first play. A lot of people started him thinking that, with that offense, he'd do well. Bridgewater, 0, got hurt though. But the biggest suck of the week at the quarterback position has to be, drumroll, Jared Goff. Jared Goff crapped the bed, guys. 5.86 fantasy points. He is the suck of the week at the quarterback position. Shame, shame, shame. Drop a comment below. Let me know which quarterback crapped the bed for you or if they crushed it for you. Moving on to the running back position. And again, I got to take full ownership on this. Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler doing well. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Austin Eckler, 35.9 points. A guy that I was wrong on so far. We'll see if he can finish out the season. It'll be interesting. Now, that being said, 2 guys that I was wrong on, Nick Chubb and Austin Eckler, really doing well. Because Nick Chubb, he's had his on and off years, and Kareem Hunt's always been a thorn in his side. But Austin Eckler, really doing well, getting it done in the receiving game, getting those touchdowns, getting those targets, getting those, getting it all done. But there's a lot that I did that was right. This week was a great week. Saquon Barkley having a good week. Derrick Henry having a good week. Breece Hall, this is a guy that the mainstream sheep slept on. They completely slept on. He was ranked 30th on the consensus. Dameon Pierce, right? Finishing this week top 10 with 20.3 fantasy points. Carrying defenders, breaking tackles, looking amazing. This guy was ranked over 40th amongst wide receivers. And in preseason, he moved himself up because he got that starting position. But when Marlon Mack was there, everyone thought Marlon Mack was going to start. They deceived you. They lied to you guys. Okay, so he's crushing it now. Breece Hall is crushing it. Now they're riding these trains. Saquon Barkley. And guys, huge news. Kenneth Walker had a big breakout run. 14.8 fantasy points and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, I told you to draft him. Everyone's like, no, Rashad Penny. I said, Rashad Penny's going to get hurt. Sure enough, he gets hurt. And there's all this talk about Joel likes injuries. It's not that I like injuries. It's just that I call and foresee things before they happen. And yes, you can predict injuries because we've seen a history of it with Rashad Penny. Penny's out. He's bagged up. He could be done for the entire season. In comes Kenneth Walker, a guy that I told you to draft over Penny. So a lot of people are like, oh, Joe likes to, he's all about injuries, this and that. No, I'm not. I just know how to pick winners, and I can see things before they happen, all right? So Kenneth Walker, he's going to be a waiver wire wonder this week, but really, I've been telling you guys about this for a long time. All right, guys, so Kenneth Walker had himself a good week. Now, who sucks at this position? I'm going to tell you guys right now, Najee Harris, that was another one of my Achilles heels. This is a guy that I said would potentially decline because Big Ben is gone. Everybody had him as a top 5. Now, last year, I told everybody I liked him better last year because he was better value, higher ceiling, Big Ben coming in that offense. Now, this year, suspect quarterback, I knew there'd be a slight decline. Not as bad as this, but 6.6 fantasy points. Najee Harris is definitely the suck of the week at the running back position. Honorable mention, Zeke Elliott at 7.8 points. James Robinson at 5.9. Rashad Penny, who a lot of people started, he ends up getting hurt, 5.4 points. Guys, I'm telling you, this is why I tell you, go robust RB. Robust or bust because you can have a lot of depth and you'll be covered. So if Najee goes down, you still got Henry, you still got Barkley, you're good. But either way, guys, those are the sucks of the week, and Najee takes the award here at the running back position. Wide receiver, guys that crushed it, Gabe Davis, Justin Jefferson, Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, another guy I was wrong on. Not so much wrong, just avoided him, and he's crushing it, getting all that volume, getting all those targets. Will that continue? I still think there's going to be a decline at the end of the season, but Cooper Kupp doing very, very well. Stefan Diggs, I loved him going into the season, consistent as they come, 24.2 points. Jacoby Myers, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, and Amari Cooper, a guy that I was suggesting as a sleeper. Amari Cooper, 20.6 points, giving a good return on investment so far this season. Alec Pierce, another guy that nobody was talking about, had himself a good game, 16.1 points. I told you he was ranked 101 on consensus rankings amongst wide receivers. Told you to draft him. Absolutely crushing it. So all my sleepers are pretty much coming through, including Tyler Algier, who has an opportunity now. Didn't have the greatest week, but has an opportunity now to shine with Patterson out. Algier, Dameon Pierce, Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, all these guys going off, including, like I said, Alec Pierce, which nobody else was talking about. Pretty amazing. Tyreek Hill, I think he got banged up, 13 points, had himself a crappy week. Who else? Now, who is the suck of the week at the wide receiver position? And I looked at this, and I'm trying to debate here on who it is. I got to go here with A.J. Brown. He was a Kinship's top 3 pick. I said fade him. He's kind of been on and off, right? A.J. Brown finished 62nd amongst wide receivers, 6.2 fantasy points. He is the suck of the week at the wide receiver position, predicated on where his ADP was and how he finished. A.J. Brown, 6.2 fantasy points. Shame, shame, shame. He should be ashamed of himself. Absolutely disgusting. Honorable mention here, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 5.8 points. Christian Kirk, 2.1 points. These are wide receiver ones. Now, in Amon-Ra's defense, he was coming in banged up. That offense had a bad game overall. Jared Goff, he is the suck of the week at quarterback. So I don't think it's an Amon-Ra skill set. I think it's more of a Jared Goff sucking skill set. All right, guys. So I got to give it here to A.J. Brown, 6.2 points. Moving on to tight end. Again, I don't expect much out of tight ends, but this is, let's talk, this is embarrassing. The guy that is the mention at the suck. But guys that did well: Taysom Hill, Mark Andrews, Dallas Goedert, Hayden Hurst, David Njoku again, Evan Ingram, Tyler Higbee, Adam Troutman, Zach Ertz, and Dan Bellinger, 10.4 points. Not exciting, finishing top 10. Your top 10, tight end only has 10.4 points. This is what I'm saying. If you have 10 points out of your tight end, you should be happy every single week. But the guy that crapped the bed, this is absolutely embarrassing. Coming off a 40-point game last week, TJ Hawkinson, 1.6 fantasy points. You, sir, are the suck of the week. You should be ashamed of yourself. TJ Hawkinson, 1.6 fantasy points. He is the suck of the week. This is it, guys. NFL Week 5 highlights, recap. This is it, guys. Make sure for Week 6, and I do an episode here, make sure for Week 6 you do start and sit the right person, guys. That's very, very important because you can see this, guys. Even though you're starting a Hawkinson coming off a 40-point week, they could crap the bed the week after. And again, that typically happens. If they come off a pinnacle week, people are like, oh, I'm so excited. And then they crap the bed the week after, right? It's very rare to get consistent players. Saquon's been consistent. Henry's been consistent. Cooper Kupp's been consistent. That's a rare breed, all right? And I know one thing's for sure, that going robust RB is the best way to go. And as you can see it here when you look at the wide receivers here, okay? Guys like Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, Amari Cooper finishing top 10, right? Devontae Smith, Metcalf finishing 12th, right? Alec Pierce finishing 16th. Chris Olave had himself a good game, finishing 17th, right? And some of the top guys, right? Jamar Chase finishing 30th amongst wide receivers for this week, right? Tyreek Hill finishing 23rd. So you can see it here, guys. Guys that were drafted high sometimes finish lower, right? So again, having that robust RB strategy, you're covering yourself at the most scarce position. So it seems to be working out very, very well, all right? Even CeeDee Lamb, third-round pick, finished 38th, 10.3 points. Very, very terrible. All right, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Those are your studs and sucks for NFL Week 5, NFL Week 5 fantasy recap, NFL news, NFL fantasy news, all here, guys. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below. Let me know who your suck of the week was and how you're dealing with it. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon. I'm out.